Hi ninjas, how are you guys doing? Oh guys, I am burning and I always forget to actually like bring a tissue here. I'm literally burning. It's so hot and I didn't want my windows to like be fully down. I can't really have the AC on because it's gonna like, I think the place should be safe. Hello guys, are you at work? What's going on? Only 3 ninjas at this point. Hi ninjas, can you say something? Okay, it was just not counting yet. Yeah, the numbers are going up. Hi ninjas, how are you? How are you? Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me? We are home working. I just woke up. Wow, nice life problems. Yo ninjas, today ne? Today. Yo, today I felt so insulted. I just want to vent. I just want to vent. As you guys can see, I'm in my car. So, and you guys can see like I'm not gonna say too much, but you can see where we are, right? Woo, you are looking good, ninja. Thank you. And I think that that is literally going to like also just validate the point that I'm trying to make here. So you guys know I've been updating you guys when it comes to like my journey when it comes to the infection that I got. And so I obviously went to the doctors, right? And I told you guys that I actually booked an appointment with a specialist. Now the specialist was referred to me by the dentist that I'm using. She actually just wrote down names of dentists, of specialists that I can go to, and then I decided, okay, I'm gonna call the first one. Wait, I'm blurry. I think it's because of the camera, maybe it's not properly wiped. Let me wipe it. Am I still blurry? Guys, am I still blurry? Good morning, my ninjas. I'm still blurry. Hi, bro. I think it's the network. I think it's the network, guys. It's not the camera anymore. Yeah, it has to be the network. Okay, so I told you guys that I'm having the specialist appointment today, right? I mean, I just told you that I'm having the specialist appointment. I did not tell you guys which day the appointment is, because I know kuna libalo more YouTube that watch and hate me, so I'm just not telling anyone dates, right? So sharp hair. I decided that I was going to make a call, and so I started calling the specialists. And then with this one, their office actually gave me a date that was closer, which was September, right? Because remember, it was last month. Labora, my ninjas, you're disturbing me. So I called. This office was like, yeah, they gave me a closer date, so I obviously took them, because after that appointment I was quite scared, right? So sharp guys, after that the appointment that I was supposed to have gone to was actually on Wednesday, but I had thought that the appointment would be on Thursday. And then I realized on Wednesday, because now I got a PA, that oh my gosh, like, you know, I missed my appointment, whatever. And so we decided that we were gonna call the office. The office was like, we can actually book you in for Friday, which is today. So I was really excited. I came here, you guys. Now as I'm driving coming here, I realized that how along the road I'm seeing a lot of white people, man. You know, white people. I'm like, okay, you know, I guess, I don't know, maybe white people stay here. I arrived to the hospital. Literally, this hospital has words written in Afrikaans and then it's English, like it's interpreted. So basically you can see that this is a very much Afrikaner hospital. They are just obviously going to accommodate us with their English. So that was also another thing for me. I'm like, okay, what is going on? It's the first time I'm really honestly seeing something like this for me. You know, like, okay, sharp, hey guys, I get to the specialist office. When I get there, the two receptionists, they're Afrikaner. Okay, sharp, hey. There was a guy sitting down, he's Afrikaner. The other guy that came in, he's Afrikaner. Yes, it is in Pretoria, Shbubu. So I'm like, okay, like, you know, guys, I'm literally the only black person there. I'm the only black person there. I'm like, you know what? It's fine. It's not a problem. Like, you know, obviously, and I'm here for help. If it's good, then, you know, that is fine. Sharp hair, you know, it comes my turn. And I entered the specialist office, right? When I entered the specialist office, you know, he's like, yeah, come in, you know, we sit down. He's like, history. I explained the history. Now, mind you guys, I came with an x-ray that is from my dentist, my previous dentist. So he's like, yeah, you know, sit on the chair. I obviously I explained my history to him of what has been going on. The fact that, like, I think they're calling it chronic infection at this point, because the infection keeps on coming back. So you know, okay, sharp hair. I'm like, okay, you know, I sit on the chair, he checks me out, and then he's like, okay. So when I was filling the form, they required me obviously to specify the medical aid that I'm using, and I specified that I don't have a medical aid right now. You guys know I just applied for my medical aid. It kicked in for other things, but it's only going to kick in for dental after 3 months. So I think it's gonna kick in November. Once in November it will kick in. So okay, sharp, okay. So I'm like, no, I'm gonna pay cash, you understand? So they're like, sharp. Mind you, they gave me the price of the consultation over the phone already, and I think it was like about 600 rands, if I'm not too mistaken, 550 or 600 rands, but I know it was not more than 600 rands, so somewhere there. So I felt that even for a specialist, that's very cheap, right? Because this guy is a specialist. So I was like, okay, you know what, if that is the case, then sharp him. You see the person that just pegged next to me, another white mlungu. Yo, guys, so okay, sharp hair, you know, that happens. After the doctor checks me up, we go back and we sit. When we sit, he's like, he's looking at that, he goes at the back, he looks, he sees that I'm paying cash, and then he looks at me. When he looks at me, guys, he's like, oh, this scan that I got here is not going to work for me. I need you to go, and obviously so that they can do that whole scan that is going to show everything in terms of, so that they can see how bad the infection went, like if there are other areas that it affected. Now with the x-ray, you can actually see, like, it was bad, guys. It came almost to here. Here you can still feel my bone, so my bone is fine here. So obviously you do need to do your due diligence, which is something good. And I was like, okay, that's great, you know. I mean, I'm happy if you feel that you want to basically get like everything, so that you can make sure that I'm okay. Now this doctor, guys, got me stressed or worried when he started saying, oh yeah, but you know, I don't know if you can afford the scan because you're not using medical aid. Now you guys, honestly, like, as I said, this is a specialist, so I'm just assuming, like, wow, you know, the way he spoke, he said the name, so it means that they have to like probably scan my whole face or whatever. I don't know, like, I don't know if it's around, or I don't know, guys, I don't know. So I'm like, it means maybe the scan must be over 8,000 or 10,000 or 12,000, I don't know. But the way that this doctor spoke, it was like, I was like, okay, it means it must really be expensive, right? So when I took the thingy, the thingy that they write, the one that he wrote, so that I can go downstairs and get the scan done, so that I can come back for him to advise me, like, on what is it that we need to do. I went to the receptionist and I asked, I was like, sorry, the doctor said I need to go downstairs and actually like get what do they call this, and actually get like the scan done. So I don't know how much is the scan. And then that lady was like, yeah, it's about 800 rands. And when she's saying 800 rands, you guys, like, this is the receptionist now. There are two receptionists there, they're both white. She's like, it's 800 rands, you know. Guys, they are talking to me. First of all, the doctor said he does not think I can afford because I don't have the medical aid. And this receptionist is saying that it's 800 rands. Like, 800 rands is... Guys, am I looking ugly? Am I looking broke? Like, look at me. Look, guys, I was gonna understand if I came and I literally was looking wretched. Shbubu, this is a Joe bucket. Like, how much do they think this bag costs? It's a Joe bucket that I'm holding. Shbubu, I'm holding an iPhone. Like, guys, I looked at them and I'm like, first of all, the doctor looked at me and scaled me, or that 800 rands scan, or I can't afford it. And when I came out, their receptionist as well basically thought that I cannot afford it. 800 rands a scan. I was like, you know what I did? I was like, 800 rands. I don't have that money right now, so can I go and then I'll come back when I have the money? They were like, yeah, that's fine. And then after that, the doctor was like, it's okay, you don't need to pay. You can't write this. You cannot write this. You can't write it. You don't have to pay. Like, they looked at me and they were like, okay, even the 600 rands, your consultation for the specialist, clearly you can't afford that. Even the 800 for scan, you can't afford that. So, you know, just go. Guys, I walked into the hospital. I saw a specialist for free today. For free. Because there was no way on earth I was going to actually wait. Barry, you do not need to compare. They are rich, they own land and they own country. Go to black doctors. But no, this is the part that I think that you're not understanding. I'm not saying that they're not rich. They're rich, obviously. They have more money than me, a lot more. He's older, he's Afrikaner, so he was also alive during the time of the apartheid. But I think that even if you were concerned, I would understand if it's a matter of you get clients that are only here using medical aid or mostly using medical aid. I feel like there's a difference between saying, hey ma'am, the scan is 800 rands. Are you gonna afford it? Do you understand? I think that that's a very reasonable question. Ma'am, the scan is 800 rands. Are you gonna afford it? Not look at me and be like, I don't think you can afford it. Because number one, I'm not looking roughed up. Do you understand? I even tried and did my hair a bit, you know, like, girl tried. So it means the only way they scaled me on in terms of I can't afford, it really has to be my colors, my skin. Like, what else is there, guys? What else is there? Because I'm sure there are clients that are going in there, they're walking in holding the Pro Max, the 12 or 13 or 14, which looks like exactly the same. So they know this phone is expensive. Clearly, if I can afford to hold that phone, it means I must be able to afford something. But for them to actually look at me and be like, oh yeah, I don't think you can afford it, and they're talking about 800. It is because of the color of my skin. And so I decided, you know what, I'm not going to stress myself. I'm gonna play to the narrative that, you know, they are giving. Clearly they look at me as, you know, too broke for their services, so I'm gonna play along. And so yeah, the doctor ended up just saying, yeah, you can go. Like, I walked out there, the doctor and his two receptionists looking at me like, oh, shame, you know. Guys, the insult that I faced today. Next, when I book for another specialist, because I'm gonna book for another one, I'm gonna just look for a black. I'm gonna just look for abantu bami. Like, guys, yo, I've like, guys, you know the insult that I faced today. You, guys, I felt so insulted. Guys, I felt so looked down upon. Hospitals Pitori. I'm sorry. No. I would rather play that side of Joburg. Joburg sentence. At least there they know. And mind you guys, like, I did not understand, guys. I did not understand the part. Like, I'm not understanding. Like, I was just asking myself, like, do they also ask their white clients if they don't have medical aid? You know? Oh, Barry, why didn't you just continue using their services? It sounds like the specialist is good at what he does most. Guys, let me tell you something, ne? I went to a doctor in 2022. Bargingi. I went to a doctor in 2022. The doctor was actually Afrikaner. And I think that whether if you like to continue living as if you're not living in this country, then that's your own thing, right? I went to a doctor in 2022. And I'm still going to do a full story on this because I want women out there to also be careful. I want people out there to also be careful. The doctor that basically said to me, "Oh, ma'am, you have got a deformed womb, and your womb is deformed, it's shapeless." I think it was on a Friday, if I'm not mistaken. On that day, he was like, "I've got an opening next week Wednesday. We can remove your womb." He was Afrikaner, that man, and he was older, so he lived during the time of apartheid. So you need to understand that my trust when it comes to like when it comes to like Afrikaner doctors, especially those that are older, that were there during apartheid, is on, like, no, I don't trust. And so when I went there, as I said, like, when I started seeing Afrikaner, I was just like, oh my gosh, not this again. But obviously I had the appointment and I wanted to see the specialist, and I was like, let me not judge. But how am I going to continue using services of someone that looks down upon me so much? How? Like, please tell me how am I going to use services? So it means that even if maybe there's something that he needs to recommend to say it needs to be done, and this thing costs like maybe 1,500, he's going to feel like, oh, she can't afford this for sure. If he looks at me and he feels I cannot afford 800 rands a scan, no, guys. Whether if when you choose to live your life as if you are not in South Africa, we don't have these Afrikaner doctors that are also doing some things that are quite shady. I know everyone is doing things that are quite shady, and we are all going to deal with things, however, and we're gonna experience different experiences. But I almost got my womb removed by a Afrikaner doctor that was not even a gynecologist. That man was just a surgeon. And only to find out I had fibroids and my womb was perfectly fine. So had it been that I didn't call my aunt and I was not smart enough to be like, no, let me actually go see a gynecologist, I would be sitting here without a womb and nothing was wrong with my womb. It took a black doctor to remove the fibroids and leave my womb alone. So I don't care if people are gonna think that I'm being dramatic or I'm being this and this. I feel I've had an experience that was bad, so I'm not necessarily just talking from my ass. I don't wanna swear, but guys, no, 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 no. Like, I wanted to do this like now as is. Shbubu, I'm looking nice. I'm looking nice. Yes, I don't have makeup, but my skin is looking nice. You know, I look nourished. Okay, I don't look malnourished. I don't look like I'm from hunger. So why would they think I can't afford 800 rands? Because I'm sure if I did it another day, someone would have been like, oh, you know, how are you looking? Or I even have some chains. I even have some nice earrings. Like, no ways. There was no reason, guys, for them to look down on me like that. Yeah, I said at night, I personally feel it's because of the color of my skin. I'm sure maybe they're used to other clients being white, and those that are black that go there, maybe they all just have medical aid. And so I honestly just wanted to say, listen, let's come up with a plan. My medical aid is going to kick in soon when it comes to dental, and we'll use medical